6 o'clock.
We got it. Thank you, buddy. Beth Rixie.
Miss Rixie. Hey, Tish. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Clark.
God, he's right in my ear.
Right in your ear. I like this one tonight. This one's gonna be fun. This is probably something I haven't made in years. Hey, Charlie Long.
They're all fun to me.
Crabcakes. What's the crosstown beer for a crab cake? I'm going to say, hey, Dana, I'm going to say it's Delta Cat, but I'm going to say that Delta Cat goes with everything.
Carter. Duck Boy, it is chilly cold outside. Almost too cold for a white, but we are going to have this beautiful white with this crab cake.
And we've all been locked inside and, it's a little chilly. That's okay. We got the heat from Delta Cat would kill it. Hey, Stuart. All right, guys, give about 30 seconds. Grab your glass of wine, grab your beer, sit back and relax with us. No, we talked about the fire pit. We just brought it's honestly sitting, if you can see that painting, it's to the left about 4 feet, and we have no wood for it. So that would have been good. Hey, buddy.
We need wood for it.
We do need wood. Is that brother Michael? Hey, Michael. Am I yelling in your ear?
Yes. You go on your side of the camera. Love you, but loud.
All right, tell me when.
Hi, Lynn. I think we're ready to go.
We ready to go?
Hey, Gus.
All right, let's do it. We're back outside. I love to be outside. We do have a nice kitchen inside, but it's a little more difficult filming because we got to move you around a bunch. And anytime I can be outside during this deal, enjoying these beautiful days, we're going to do it. So tonight, we said, let's do some crab cakes. Actually, not tonight, this morning. I don't know what inspired that. Maybe I opened the fridge and saw that I had a can of crab meat and realized it was something I hadn't done in a long time, and I thought that would be a good one to throw out here tonight. So we've got the green egg rolling. We've got the diffuser plate in, so we're not worried about flames. We are sitting close to 500. We're going to treat it like an oven tonight. I've got my cast iron, the big cast iron in there. Getting nice and hot for when we need to fry these crab cakes up. I'll add a little bit of vegetable oil. You'll see that in a minute. But let's go through our process, or at least my process, of crab cakes. Okay? So, we've got our stuff laid out here. I'll kind of go through it. You can see we have 1 pound of really nice picked lump crab meat. Okay? Got it in our old copper pots. Can't do anything without a little bit of Old Bay. I'm actually going against normally what I would do. We love the Paul Prud'hommes, but you got to have a little Old Bay. We've got our Worcestershire tonight. I've got another really awesome Worcestershire I'm going to be using on another cook here in the next day or two that I think you're really going to enjoy. But tonight's Worcestershire calls just for a regular. We have 2 eggs, 2 large eggs here. And then I have a little Dijon mustard. I have a little mayonnaise, Duke's, of course. Remember, everybody, we're in the South. Go support the Duke's. And you can see I have 1 rib of celery. And the little strips there that you see, we had, what are those little, we bought it, somehow we got a bag of those little mini sweet peppers.
Oh, aren't those Costco?
They're, I think you can get them at Costco. We got them from Kroger. And, the crab cake is another thing, kind of like we talked about with ribs or other. There's probably a million versions as to what people like. I looked up, realized we had those little sweet mini peppers. We're going to cut those into little, confetti cuts, which you would call it, really small. And we're going to add that into our mix, okay? So let's get going. We've got our bowl here. And what we're going to make here is our base that we're going to add our crab meat to, okay? So I'm going to take these 2 eggs. And I'm going to pour those in there. 2 large eggs. All right, next, go to my workstation. We're going to add a little bit of this Duke's mayo, probably about 2.5 tablespoons. So I'll say there's, and I'm going to try and keep this all separate so you can see it. All right, here we go. We got our mayo. Good 1.5 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. We're not going crazy here. This isn't any Grey Poupon or anything like that. It's just a old Kroger Dijon. We've got that added in. All right, now
Stuart likes the cutting block. I know. I love.
You like? I love this board, Stuart. I've had this thing for years. You know, I think I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. You know, I know that Boost is a great product. I would love to have a big old Boost board, but this one's from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's carried me through a lot of cooks. So having a great board like this is wonderful. Same thing as your cast iron. I really never put any soap on it. I just do a lot of hot water, clean it really good, and we go right back to town. So you can see we have our 2 eggs. We have our Duke's mayonnaise. We have our Dijon mustard. All right. We're going to add, let me take this off. We're going to add a little bit of Old Bay in here. I'm going to say that this is probably going to be 2 teaspoons. So there's 1, 2, probably 3, the way it fell out. That's okay. Little Worcestershire. We're going to add that in there. Probably the same, 2 teaspoons. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this stuff around. We got to do a little bit of cutting. Okay. So like I said, we have 1 rib of celery. I kind of cut the end off, as you can see. I like to turn it over and split it down the middle, put it in 2 pieces. And now I'm just going to come through and just do some thin cuts on there.
So Ellie said that you need to put mineral oil on the board to keep it, I guess, oiled. Tish
I
was
can
asking,
see that.
what would you use?
I could say, I don't know. I had never, you know what? I've never even put any oil on my board.
It sure is pretty, though.
It's lasted. Maybe it's because we've cooked on it so many times. But yeah, a little mineral oil, a little olive oil, kind of like your cast iron. Use that up. So let me show you what we got here. And I'll kind of repeating myself, but I think y'all have all probably seen those little sacks of mini sweet peppers. It's got an orange, a yellow, a red. I had those laying around. Why not throw them in for our crab cakes? I did cut them nice and thin. I don't want a super thick chunk in there. I think that would take away. So you can see that we cut those nice and thin. And now I'm going to lay them sideways, and I'm going to kind of dice them super thin. We want the flavor, but we don't want a huge bite on there. So this is what you kind of call, what I would call like a confetti cut. You know, you hear words like chiffonade, other things when you're cutting basil. To me, this is like a confetti cut. You can see, Kat, can you see that?
I can.
You can see that there, kind of how small that is. So it's not going to be too overpowering. So we're going to add those in. And like I said, I'm trying to put all this to the side here so you'll be able to see it once we get done. All right. Last but not least, we got a nice little fresh Italian parsley. We're going to add some of that in there. I'm going to pull some off.
Jamie, we're glad you could finally make a live video too.
I like the Italian parsley over the curly parsley. I don't know if anybody else is that way. I did wash this. We've cleaned it. I always do that on this parsley. It's kind of like if you go, we are here in the South, and I know a lot of y'all cook some turnip greens and other things. You want to try to wash those. You know, they're going to have a little grit, little sand, other stuff on it. So we've got a little fresh Italian parsley here. If you got any of those little stems, just get rid of them. And we don't have to mince this or anything. We just want to do a little rough chop.
Hey, Thomas, get back.
All right, so there we go. We got a little cook going on. We got a little discipline, you know, little children discipline going on. You get everything over here when you deal with us.
Hey, Lark, what's the difference between the 2 parsleys?
So it's I don't know what you want to call it, the shape. So this is what you call, Italian is like a flat leaf parsley. Let me hold that up. You can kind of see a flat leaf there. The other parsley that you see, for anybody that's, Stuart, other people my age, used to go to restaurants, and back in the day, they did the curly Q parsley where they twisted off a wedge and set it on your little plate as a decoration. That's curly parsley. I like the Italian leaf parsley better.
Okay, I got you.
Okay? So,
can you grow both of them like in your little garden outside?
That's way past the realm of my knowledge.
Okay. We'll ask Robin that. She's doing a garden.
Yeah. Someone else called me about that. Oh, Chris Clankler called me today, said he was doing a garden. Maybe he'll know.
Oh my gosh. Robin was showing me hers yesterday.
Yeah.
Dan had gone to Lowe's and actually bought like the build out
perimeter or whatever.
And so she'd planted tomatoes, bell peppers, basil.
That's great.
Rosemary, something else. I mean,
maybe we'll get some ingredients for the show.
I know.
There we go.
I love it. So if y'all are bored,
yeah.
I'm not encouraging everyone to go to Lowe's for their essential basil, but
yeah, don't rush over there, because for some reason it's like the people that go to Lowe's and Home Depot have no clue that there's a pandemic going on. I drove by the parking lot the other day. It was amazing.
Some people just need a break.
Yeah. Last thing I'm going to add is I'm going to kind of take a little bit of this lemon, and I'm going to add a little bit of fresh lemon juice in there. Throw it in my outdoor can. So let me show you. Hopefully you can see this. Kat, talk to me.
Oh, yeah, I can.
So we've got our mayo, our Dijon. We have our fresh parsley, our mini sweet peppers, our celery, our Old Bay, our eggs, and down in there you can see a little bit of Worcestershire. Okay? So this is our base for our crab cakes. So now we've got to start whipping this together.
So while you're whipping that, we've got some visitors from Georgia tonight. Melanie Poole, friends of your parents, and they're really enjoying all of your grilling videos.
Thank you so much to Georgia.
Thank you for watching.
Absolutely. Where in Georgia? Well, they might say. You got to give it a shout out to their hometown.
Oh, and look, we got a couple of green thumbs here. Miss Kennedy and Ann said they like to grow parsley in their gardens or in a planter.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Very easy to grow.
All right, so here's what we got. This is what it's going to look like. We've whipped up everything that was in that. And like I said, this is our base for our crab meat. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to take this 1 pound of crab meat. All right. We're going to dump that in. Okay. All right. And what we're going to do is I have about a little over a cup of panko bread crumb. If you know me, if you know me, I'm a fan of the panko more than just nothing wrong with the old. We all know the blue can that you get at the grocery store that we all grew up with. I like the panko. I think it gets a little crispier. These are unseasoned. We haven't done anything to them. So we're going to add in about a cup of those panko breadcrumb. Okay. Now,
Casino Friends. They're ES Casino Friends.
Oh,
from
nice.
Georgia.
All right, so now what we have to do is we have to mix this. And this is the part where I'm going to tell you, don't have a heavy hand. Don't go crazy. All right, we want to lightly fold this all together. We don't want to break up all that crab meat. We don't want it to end up getting shredded. We want those nice big clumps of crab meat.
Would heavy hand be like a...
Heavy hand would be like if I came in here like I was mashing potatoes.
Okay.
And those nice clumps of crab meat like this would end up getting shredded and broken apart. So we want to just fold that all together.
Oh, we got some good questions here, Larkin.
Go for it.
What brand of canned crab did you use?
Gosh, I don't know. It was one that I get from the restaurant from our seafood company. But I know that you can go to Kroger, and here's what I will say. Buy lump crab meat. And it's kind of like you don't have to go... A lump would be middle of the road. You don't have to spend the money to go jumbo lump, but don't go special. There's also a brand called Special. Stay right in the middle. Buy lump crab meat from Kroger, Fresh Market, wherever you go, and you'll be just fine. Always pick through it a little bit. Make sure there's no little bits in there from the shell,
So
things
you don't
like
just
that.
trust it.
No, you don't trust it.
Okay.
You got to go, even if it says, it's kind of like, do we all trust it when it says the lettuce has been triple washed from the grocery store?
Absolutely
No,
not.
we still all wash it. Take a minute, pick through it. You don't have to go crazy. All right, so you can see here we have folded this lump crab meat into this beautiful base. Okay, we've got our panko breadcrumbs, and that looks phenomenal. It looks fantastic. So let me show you what I do. All right, I'm going to move some things here. So I have a little half cup measure here. Okay, I like to use this. To me, this is about the perfect size. So once you have your base made.
Oh, now I know what you're about to do. You're so smart.
Yeah. So I've got my little tray here. I've got a little aluminum foil lined. I'm going to come in here like an ice cream scoop. All right.
Hey, Kate Cannon.
Hey, Kate. I'm going to put that half cup in there, get a good scoop, press it down. All right. And then I'm going to take it.
I mean, every other
boom.
time I've tried to make those, I've
It
done
doesn't.
them.
Okay.
Okay, well, here's the trick.
So let me tell you, I can already tell you that if you use a pound of crab meat with this mix, you're going to get 6 nice size crab cakes out of it. Okay? So we go through, and there you go. Look, it forms them. It does it perfect. It's great. All right? So you could finish this up, get yourself 6 great crab cakes, but here's the key. All right? You do not need to take these crab cakes straight from here into your skillet. They've got to go in the fridge. They've got to firm up. Allow those breadcrumbs to kind of absorb some of that moisture. If we threw them in right now, we would have a big disaster. They'd probably break apart on us. So scoop all that out. Get your 6 scoops. Set this in the fridge for at least an hour. Okay?
Would an ice cream scoop work for that?
No, it'd be too small.
Okay.
This is,
small,
like I said,
Gary.
this is a half a cup. All right? And I think that is a perfect amount. You had one of those, 1.5 crab cakes, a little roasted potato, a little corn, green beans. You're going to have a whole meal. So scoop you out 6 of them. Put them in the fridge for at least an hour before you're ready to cook them, and you're good to go. Okay? So we've done that. If you saw our Instagram, Cooking with Larkin, you could see today, this afternoon, about 12 o'clock, we've made this recipe before. I've got 6 gorgeous crab cakes that have been chilling, ready to go, but we need to hit the wine time first.
Lindsay wants to see you on Food Network. Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's just all start hashtagging Food
please
Network.
So here you can see, here are the 6 that I did earlier.
Oh, the magic of
Same
TV.
magic of TV. Same recipe, everything. 6 gorgeous crab cakes. So there's 16 ounces in a pound. All right. This is plenty for your family. You'll get plenty to eat, ready to go. Okay. So let's.
How long did you have those in the refrigerator, Bud? Did you already say that?
I said it. Yeah. I said you need to have them in there for at least an hour.
Okay.
I've had them in there for multiple hours.
Okay.
But at least give
The
yourself.
firmer, the better.
Yeah, at least give yourself. You can see these. I can kind of mess with them. I'll use a spatula to pull them off, but we'll be good to go. Okay. So let's talk about our wine for the night. Obviously, we're doing crab cakes. We wanted a little bit of white wine. So we are drinking. Tell me if I'm in the shot, Kat.
Yep.
We are
perfect.
drinking Blindfold.
Ooh, this is one of those.
Yep, this is one of those. We are a big fan here of, is that in the shot? Of the Prisoner. The Prisoner Wine Company is an absolutely fantastic producer of wine, red, white. This is their white. The great folks up at Cheers picked this out for us tonight. And the thing I like is this is a white blend. So many of us are accustomed to, a red blend, blah, blah, blah. There's white blends out there too. This Blindfold by Prisoner is a white blend, under $30. All right. And let's talk about the grapes and stuff. Everything that's in it. I actually have a little info sheet that I wanted to make sure I got it right. So our grapes in here are Chenin Blanc, And then we also have a Grenache Blanc, a Roussanne, a Viognier. All right. So we have beautiful grapes in here. I feel like I'm missing one. What are the Chenin Blanc, Grenache Blanc, Roussanne, Viognier. Okay. So it's fantastic. It has good vanilla, peach. It's tart. So it'll go wonderful with these crab cakes. I'm sorry. Here we go. The blend: Chardonnay, Roussanne, Viognier, Grenache, Marsanne, and Chenin Blanc. Okay. So wonderful wine for tonight. And make sure, for us, we have the great group out at Cheers on Byhalia.
They're going to start pairing our foods,
Yeah, they are going to start.
actually.
We've kind of talked to Lynn Hayes. We've talked to the people out there. What we're going to start doing is, I know a lot of people have asked me before, we want to cook along with you. I get a lot of photos and stuff like that from people days later. We're gonna start a new thing where it's going to be cooking with me. I'm going to throw the menu out about 5 days ahead and give you plenty of time to get all the ingredients. Lynn and the great staff at Cheers are going to put a wine together for that. You could get by Cheers, pick up your wine. You'll have my menu, and we can have a great video and have a great night cooking together. So keep an eye out for that. It's coming soon. So thanks, Lynn, and thanks, Cheers. So, Mom, little white. There we go. All right, let's get to some crab cakes. We kind of had cranked it down a little bit. This baby's going to be smoking hot.
I got questions when you're ready, but
Yeah.
you keep on going.
Cast iron is on there. You know me. It's cast iron. If I can be outside on this egg and cooking on cast iron, I'm good to go. So our skillet is ready to go. This is the part that not a lot of people like to see, but when you cook certain things, sometimes you got to use it. We got a little bit of vegetable oil. That's what we're going to put in this skillet to kind of help fry up these crab cakes. We don't want an olive oil on this occasion. We don't want anything with a lot of flavor. We want the crab meat and everything else to shine. And if you can see these, you can see that we've all been to places that the crab cake is mainly breadcrumbs. There isn't a lot of breadcrumb in here, folks. I mean, that is just straight crab meat. So let's get our olive oil in here. Or vegetable oil, I'm sorry.
Do you have these on the menu at the restaurant?
No.
Okay.
And it was weird. I don't know kind of why I woke up wanting to do.
I don't think we've done these in a long time.
So we're going to cover the bottom of our skillet here. This is going to be fun. I did notice we're on a little bit of an angle, and that's fine. So when I go to cook these, I'm going to give it a little bit of even it out.
What would it be on if you were doing this in the oven, honey?
Well, you wouldn't do this in the oven. You would do it on your stovetop. So do it on your stovetop, on your cast iron.
Medium high?
No, you'd want that cast iron medium high. You want it to be hot, okay? All right, so we've let these crab cakes firm up for a couple hours. I'm pleased with that. You can see it's not falling apart. I'm going to lay this in. Whoop, and there we go. I'm going to get them all in, and then I will kind of adjust this angle on this skillet. And hopefully I don't fall apart. Thank you.
Hey, when this is all over with, we're going to have a neighborhood party.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, so we've got all 6 of our crab cakes in there. All right. I know it looks a little bit weird. I am tilting my skillet just a touch because the angle of the driveway, we had a lot of oil going in one direction, but that's okay. We want to let these cook for, I don't know, about 3 minutes per side, and then we're going to delicately flip them. You know what I need?
What'y?
I need my glove. I need my...
Patch, you want to see if you can find his glove?
Is that glove over there? Patch, you go look in.
Damon from Dixie
Where
Pickers
all my
got
Dixie
Larkin a
Pickers
new
stuff
pair
is?
of gloves because he was
We
tired
go
of
get all
seeing
my
Larkin's
Dixie's where
dish
there's a
towels
glove, a
used
big
on
black
the
glove.
cast
Yeah,
iron.
I've got a great high heat glove.
It's a glove inside?
By Mom's office where I had all the my seasonings and other foods and stuff.
Hey, Lindsay.
Any other questions or anything?
Kimberly. Okay. Melissa had one. We've gone over this before, but you never can talk about it too many times.
Okay.
The cast iron washing tips. For people that don't typically use a cast iron.
For people that don't use cast iron,
there's
what I
3
will do
rules
is,
to remember.
well, I don't know about rules. I'm just going to tell you what I will do.
Okay.
When we are done cooking tonight, no matter what I'm cooking in the cast iron, I will carry the cast iron inside. It will typically still be warm. Yeah, let me have one of those. Perfect. This is what I was calling for. Little barbecue butler. These little gloves are great. Good people over at Damon and his wife and family over at Dixie Pickers. They threw me a pair of these because they always see me grabbing on these cast irons. This is rated up to about 600 degrees, so it works out good. I can sit here all day and hold this thing. So back to cleaning the cast iron. I will carry this warm cast iron in. I will turn on my faucet as hot as it can go. I will put hot water in it. I will take a wooden spoon that's got a flat edge, and I will kind of scrape the bottom, any bits, get those off there. Once I know that those bits are off, I rinse it. I take a nice clean towel, wipe it out, get all the liquid off of it. You want all the water off of it, just one. And then I'll put a tablespoon of olive oil in it and wipe it with that same towel, and that's it. No oil, no nothing.
But when it comes to the skillet, like sometimes, like Tish is asking, do you add oil to the skillet or vice versa? The hot skillet, so does it need to heat up and then you add? Or
no, I always put my skillet on there dry.
Okay.
I put my skillet on dry because it's seasoned, it's well seasoned, it's got oil built into it. I know it's good to go. And then once my skillet's hot, I'll add the oil into it.
Perfect, buddy.
All right, so the old glove is working good. Pick you up a glove like this. It makes working on these grills and stuff a lot easier. All right.
I need the cleanup glove so that I don't burn the tar out of my hand when I'm cleaning it up.
I'm going to kind of flatten that just a little bit so when we go to flip, these are looking really beautiful.
I mean, our cast irons that we've bought in the past, that's really just, we don't have a special brand that we go for.
No, these are, I don't know, these are Lodge. Okay. I mean, you can get them at Kroger.
Okay.
If there's some fancy brand that wants to send me a few, send them to me. But look, if you treat your cast iron well, meaning if you clean it properly, season it properly, use it, you can have it. Y'all know you can have it a lifetime. So.
Yes, Tish. Julia and Thomas did that artwork together. That was one of their homeschooling deals over the weekend.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see if I can get one without it falling apart. So we're going to get a little flip, and what I am going to do is, because I trust myself more to do this without, be careful doing this, I'm going to flip that over and look at that crust on that crab cake. Can you see that crust?
I cannot, but I'm blind.
All right.
Let's see. You might have to pull it up before I knock the camera over.
All right.
Can you show it?
Yeah, let me get them all flipped, and then I'll show you. Okay.
I could come over there and take a picture with my camera and post it. Do you think maybe you could just sit out here for a minute? And then so... Oh, look, Duck Boy's saying that he has the wine in stock at Cheers if you want to try it. There's a special for $29.99.
$29.99.
Mention the Larkin Show.
There you go. I like that. All right, so let me show y'all. Let me throw my glove back on so y'all can really see here. And then I'm going to close this lid because I want them to finish up. That's what we got. Look at the gorgeous crust on those crab cakes.
Can you bring it just a little bit closer? We're going to hear the sound.
Can you hear it?
Oh, it's
Can you
beautiful.
See it? All right, so
good job.
I'm extremely pleased with that. And look, we've got little bits falling off, but let me tell you what that means to me. What that means to me is that these crab cakes are made out of crab meat. They're not made out of a bunch of bread and filler and other things that hold it super tight and it's like a dough ball. You're going to have a little piece of that. Do you think we're not going to eat that? You don't think we're going to scoop those little things out and throw them on top of our other crab cakes? Heck yeah, we are. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes. And I'm not going to show y'all what we're doing, but, look. We've got some old little sauteed green. We got some little green beans we got from Kroger. that's what we're going to make with this tonight. As soon as we're done here, we're going to pull these crab cakes off. This egg's hot. I'm going to throw these on. Little green beans, butter, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to saute those up. If y'all had some fresh corn, or if you had even corn, what do they call them? Not corn niblets. What are the little...
Chew peg?
No, the little ones that you can buy. They're half cut. Little frozen corn.
Oh.
Have some corn. Have some little roasted potato. Whatever you want to do. We're going to have a little... We've got some leftover gratin potatoes from our turkey fry yesterday. We're going to saute up some green beans.
Broccoli salad.
Got a little broccoli salad.
We do have some Easter leftovers. I hope everybody had a happy Easter.
Absolutely.
It was definitely an unusual one, but we made the best of it, for sure.
So, let me show you what we've got here. All right? We've got a little tartar sauce. Homemade. Okay? We're going to put this on our platter here right in the center. We're going to put those crab cakes around. This is a homemade tartar sauce, Duke's mayonnaise, fresh chopped Wickles pickles, red onion, smashed capers. And this is fantastic for these crab cakes. Fantastic for Stuart. I've seen all those fish y'all are catching. Check out our YouTube channel, Cooking with Larkin. I had to get a little savvy. I can't show everything. So we filmed this video early. Go over to the YouTube channel. All right. Watch how to make this. It's about 5-6 minutes long. Learn how to make this tartar sauce. Don't buy your tartar sauce out of a bottle.
Oh, y'all, it was so easy.
I know we've all done it, but still, make your own tartar sauce.
Clark says he just posted, I want the tartar sauce recipe. Well, you're going to have to
go to the
YouTube, Clark.
Go to the YouTube channel. The video's not long at all, and learn how we make that. We did our own fresh chopped Wickles pickles. We actually, kind of like our Bloody Marys, you'll notice, we like to use a little bit of Wickles pickle juice in a lot of things. And so it was a good one. So, all right, let's check these out. We've opened it back up. We're at about 550. And those look absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to take these out, begin to lay those around.
How long do you do them per side
I'd say,
saute inside?
Well, if you're on saute, you'd be up on medium, high. You'd be just like we are here, around 500. 3 to 4 minutes per side.
Those are so pretty.
So there's one that we lost an edge, and that's fine. Don't let that freak you out. We're not going to waste any of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in.
You couldn't find Wickles pickles in Kroger. Okay,
I
they're
ordered
on
them
the
today.
top shelf, I think. Aren't they on the top shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're by the Famous Dave's and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
If you see Famous Dave's, look around real close. They're usually by them. Famous Dave's, nothing against Famous Dave. He can't hold a candle to the Wickles pickles.
Oh, uh-oh. Watch out, Famous Dave.
So here's our little beautiful bits of crab meat that kind of fell off. Where was our one that was missing a little something? So we'll give him a...
Aw, Barbara Bradshaw Kelly and Lynn's sister from Atlanta is watching.
Fantastic. Ooh, we got a little bit on the grill. Look at that.
Barbara, can you cook like your sister Lynn? Because she's been showing us some pictures, honey. They're looking good.
All right, so folks, here we go. We have got beautiful, not jumbo, beautiful lump crab meat crab cakes. We have a homemade tartar sauce. Head to the YouTube channel, see how we made that. We're going to take a little bit of fresh lemon here. We're going to drizzle that over the top. All right, got our parsley. We're going to finish it off with this little bit of...
They do also make relish, absolutely.
Yeah, they do make relish. Mm-hmm. We're going to sip on a little blindfold from the Prisoner Wine Company. In stock, head over to Cheers. Under $30, get a bottle. And once again, thank y'all for joining us so much. You don't have to,
I'm doing it. Everybody likes to see your face.
Yeah, everybody likes to see it.
Hey, one of these days I'm going to go the right direction.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for joining us again. We're having a lot of fun. Stay home, cook, enjoy yourself, enjoy the family, have a great glass of wine, and cook some great things. So thanks for joining us. Be safe. Cheers.
Cheers.